What's up YouTube? Today's video is going to be all about the Glock 19 model. So that's Glock's mid-size frame, and it's honestly one of my favorite models that they make. And it comes in two types. So you have the Glock 19X and the Glock 19 Gen 5. So that's what today's video is going to be about. We are going to compare these two 19s and see which one fits you better. Buy both of them. In order to compare the 19 and the 19X, first up we have looks. So as you can see, one thing I forgot to mention, this is a 19X MOS version. So basically the only difference with that is you're going to get the threaded barrel, you're going to get the suppressor sights, and you're going to get the MOS plate. So in fairness of this video, we are not going to be including in the comparison the MOS plate, the sights, or the threaded barrel. So just to keep things fair, because technically this is an upgraded version of the 19X. So in order to keep things fair, we won't include those things. All right. So right off the bat, yes, this is tan or coyote brown, I think is what they call it. I don't know, or desert tan, something like that. Something silly. I like to call it peanut butter. Looks like peanut butter to me. That's the phrase I always use. It's my peanut butter Glock. So on this peanut butter Glock, the only things that are black are going to be your chamber here, your barrel is going to be black, and your mag release, your slide catch, slide release, and your takedown levers. Oh, and your trigger. Other than that, and your sights, my bad. Other than that, it's all going to be tan. And then, of course, the 19 Gen 5, all black, baby. Everywhere's black. Don't get confused about the a little bit of silver there in the slide release. That's just because this thing's butter, and I've been doing this a lot. So that's the reason for that. But yeah, all black. Part 2 of looks is going to be, as soon as you pick up both of these firearms, the first thing you're going to notice is color, obviously, and the second thing you're going to notice is that long baby. That thing is long. So obviously compared to the 19, the 19X has a Glock 17 frame. So Glock 17 being their full-size model is going to have, obviously, the Glock 17 slide, which is going to stick out a little further, and then they have the Glock 17 frame. Now, what's so special about the 19X is they have Glock's 19 slide put on Glock's 17 frame. So gives you a little bit more to hold. If you're somebody that's got giant hands, then maybe you can cut this video off right now and you'll be like, that's the one. That's it. All power to you. So with looks out of the way, the next thing you'd be asking yourself is, what about capacity? How many rounds do they hold? Longer frame must mean more capacity, right? You're a genius, because you're right. This is the stock Glock 19X mag, and this puppy holds 17, plus one up top, 18. We'll call it 17. Stock Glock 19 Gen 5 is going to hold 15. So stock Glock mag, 19, 15, and the 19X is 17. But wait, it gets better. Also stock, that comes in your little case. Oh, forgot to mention, case is brown too. Pretty cool. Peanut butter. It's peanut butter. It's a peanut butter case. What also comes is a 19 round magazine. Now you get 2 of these. You get 2. They give you 2 of them. Which I was like, unreal, really? 2? They didn't cheap out. Look at that boy. So that's holds 20, well, 19 plus 1, 20. So we'll still call it 19. So capacity-wise, the Glock 19X wins that one. So now that we've talked about looks and capacity, you might be telling yourself, Trayden, I don't need to hear anymore. 19X all the way, right? Looks better? Maybe some might think of that. Holds more rounds? I'm sold. It's time to talk about the big dilemma. The big problem. I'll show you guys what that big problem is. This guy right here. Purpose? No idea. No idea. Why they would put that on there beats the piss out of me. Because, I mean, maybe, I'm sure I could Google it and it'd tell me an answer. I'm too lazy. If you guys want to let me know, let me know. But that's the big problem. All right? And I'll show you why that's a big problem. Okay. Normal Glock 19X mag. Right in. No problems, right? See that guy's seat right there? No problems. Unfortunately, I cannot show you because I do not have a Glock 17 mag, but for educational purposes, we will use this mag and just pretend it's a Glock 17 mag because it does the same thing. Okay, Glock 17 mag. You see that? You see that right there? If this was a Glock 17 mag, that would not seat in your firearm. Why did you put that there, Glock? What the fuck is that thing? It's stupid. It's dumb. I don't know why, okay? Now, if you have a longer mag, right? So this is a 24 rounder for a Glock 19 Gen 5. Fine, obviously, right? Because that stupid thing doesn't get in the way all day. Fine. But that's the big dilemma. So, and you may think to yourself, well, that's not a big deal. Just get the mags it's supposed to have, right? Well, I like to think a little outside the box, and I like to think about how in a survival scenario, what's more common? Probably the most common handgun in all of America is the Glock 17, and that means there's going to be a lot more Glock 17 mags out there than there are 19 mags. So if you have a gun that has a Glock 17 frame, wouldn't you think you'd make it compatible with Glock 17 mags? No, because that'd be dumb, right? It blows my mind. So if there's an apocalypse, this is all you get. You're stuck with this. And I'll tell you right now, these are a lot harder to come by than a Glock 17 mag. You're going to find, for every 30 Glock 17 mags you find, you'll find one of these. Okay? So, in that scenario, this guy right here, it don't matter what you put in this guy. Alright? It don't matter. It don't matter what mag you put in this thing. All day long. As long as it's 9mm and it's a double stack, it's going in here. So, in that specific scenario, Glock 19, Original, takes the cake. Now you could, if you wanted to, just saw that thing right off. Just saw it off, because the purpose, I don't know. I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe it's to get an extra finger in there. Your finger's that big? Who? I want to know, because I mean, that's a 17 frame, dude. That's massive. And does that itty bitty little 1/4 inch really matter? I don't think so. Cut it off. Cut it off, and you'll be able to fit all the Glock 17 mags you want in there. Okay, we got looks. We got capacity. We got the dumbest thing in the world. Next up, let's talk about sights. So, the Glock 19 Gen 5 sights are standard Glock sights, right? You got your little plastic boys up there, which, honestly, some people hate them. I kind of like them. I really do. So, I mean, crucify me, you know? I don't know. I like them. So, as I said earlier in this video, this is the MOS version of this gun, so it does come with suppressor sights, but the original Glock 19 X comes with night sights. So that's really cool. I really like that they did that. I'm a huge fan of night sights. I think everybody should be, because they are far superior. But, so unfortunately I cannot show you guys those, but stock, this guy does come with night sights. So that is definitely a plus for the 19X. While we're up top here by the sights, another thing I'd like to point out is serrations, right? So the Glock 19 Gen 5 has 1, 2, 3, and 4 right on the slide. So you can grab that baby any which way you want, and it's going, right? Real nice. I love the front. I love front serrations, okay? Because you never know, you know? I mean, most of the time, you probably are back here. But, hey, I like to switch it up sometimes. I like to bring it up here. You know? Kind of feel like a badass. Not on this, you ain't. You're not. Because we got 1, and we got 2. You got the back here. You got nothing. You're slipping. You're slipping. It's a slip and slide up there. It's smooth as ice. Alright? I mean, you can still grab it, right? But your hands are sweaty, muddy, whatever. I don't know why they did that. Come on. Put front serrations on there. Why? Why do you do that? So that is going to be another point for the 19 Gen 5. Next thing to talk about is the bottom here. All right. Stock 19 Gen 5 has a little baby flared magwell. Would you look at that? If anybody that doesn't know what that is, that just means they kind of take the bottom right here, right where your mag goes in, and it's almost like they extend it, they like enlarge it, or they just kind of fold it over itself. So it makes it a lot easier to get the mag in. Like, that was a no-looker right there. It's so easy. 19X. That thing's straight piped. That is straight piped. There is no flare to that boy at all. Again, why? Why? Nobody likes doing this. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not that bad, right? I can get it. But there's a little hiccup there. You see it? It's like a then in, you know? Well, that was just horrible. But you see what I mean. Flared magwell, even though it's small, it's still very useful. And honestly, for me, that flared magwell kind of like grips my hand a little better. It kind of like pushes my pinky up. So I do kind of like that. But 19X, come on, man. No flared magwell? That's a point for the 19. Why we're down here, I would like to talk about lanyard loop. You put your little stringy in there, you got yourself a Glock on a lanyard, right? Pretty cool. Purpose? I have some theories. I'm pretty sure most of the time people use that for things like theft, right? Especially police officers. I'm assuming, right? You know, like, you got that thing attached to you at all times. So I'm assuming that could be a possibility. I'm sure there's other main ones I can't think of. Again, I could Google it, but that's what you guys are for. So, lanyard loop, no lanyard loop. That's a big deal to you if you're a lanyard guy and you're like, gotta have it, then that's a point for the 19X. All right, guys, so we've sat here, we've talked about looks, capacity, positives, negatives, and all around just some goofy stuff. But may I interest you in possibly the coolest thing? So this video is definitely a video to help you pick, right, which one you want. But I'm here to tell you, you gotta get both. You gotta get both. Because if you don't have both, how else are you supposed to do this? Just a little takedown procedure here. Hey, pretty fast. I like that ATF agent expert guy. That guy was horrible. I know, right? You're like, well, hell, I didn't know I could do that. You can, because they're both 19 frames. Or slides, sorry. But they're both 19 uppers, so you can flip-flop them. Pretty rad. You're like, I want the night sights, but the flare mag well. And you're like, I want the more capacity, but the front serrations. You get both, all right? Flip-flop. And then you can get real crazy here, right? We're going to get real crazy here. Look at that. Pretty sick, not gonna lie. That's probably my favorite thing about having these two guys is you can flip-flop them. And don't be scared to shoot it either, because they cycle just fine. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this persuades you to buy at least one of them, because they're both Glocks, so you can't go wrong. But buy both of them. So, I'll see you guys next week.